So hey guys, and welcome to another adventure game with me, Supernautus. Today we're playing something a little bit different. Well, I say a little bit different. It's an adventure game. It's definitely not a short adventure game. This is Syberia. The first Syberia. However, this is the version on the PlayStation 2. Let's make sure the subtitles are on. So yeah, this is the PlayStation 2 version of Syberia. I find it a little difficult running. I find the PC version runs not very well on a Windows 10 system. It can run. There are fixes to get around it. But I can play the PS2 version, so let's do that instead. Let's see how it goes. It might not look quite as nice. But here we go. Game from Benoit Socal. Syberia. There is a bit of juddering there in the image for me. I don't know if you're seeing that too. I'm hoping that'll fix. So yeah, essentially the story of this is that we're going to a place where there's like a toy factory. And I believe the toy maker has just recently died. And this is his funeral. All these clockwork toys. Bringing him to his burial site. And closing the place up. Keeping us out. We are Kate Walker. I believe that's her name. A lawyer. Now we're being bowed to by some kind of automaton. So now walking around is fairly straightforward with the left analog stick. What do we have there? Welcome to Valadilene, the world capital of mechanical toys. Let yourself be transported by the magnificent landscape surrounding Valadilene, a small charming town tucked away in the Alps, and by Vorarlberg Manufacturing, whose exceptional savoir-faire in the specialised world of luxury mechanical toys and automatons is at the root of Valadilene's reputation around the world. For 800 years, the Vorarlberg family has passed its knowledge from generation to generation, perfecting the art of that particular branch of clockmaking that breathes life into complex networks of cogs and spindles that make up automatons. Its creative wonders once defied belief and drew the admiration of young and old alike. People would come from across Europe for a chance to vie for the right to own one of these fantastic toys. Unequalled savoir-faire. At the heart of a mechanical automaton is its motor. A series of spindles are set in motion to music via a set of cogs. Attached to the spindles are cams that are shaped in the image of the music. In turn, they command a series of rods which control the gestures of the toy at their tips. How do I change the page? Automaton construction takes place in 3 stages: modelling, mechanics and casing, etc, etc. Vorarlberg automatons have 2 distinguishing features in common: high precision mechanisms and characteristic Vorarlberg wind-up key. There's a few pages of this, but like 3 pages, talking about Valadilene and its history. How do I get out of that? There we go. So there we go. They're well known for manufacturing these toys. Can we have our luggage?
I really don't have the strength to take this suitcase any further.
She doesn't want to carry her luggage any further. Well, let's see what's around. See if there's any people here. Oh, there's a person over there.
Hi there. Hey, hi there.
I should say this is running with the European version, or the, well, not just the PAL version of this. I'm going to actually turn the audio up in the game a little bit, just so you can hear this a bit better. Yeah, this is running with the UK or PAL version. I think it was UK, Europe, and Japan. Let's talk about
So,
Kate.
Your name's Momo. I'm Kate.
Momo. Oh no.
Like Hans. He draws.
Yeah, so this is running because it's the
Don't
PAL
disturb
version.
Momo. Momo,
Frame rate wise, you'd be looking
Will
at
you show
50
me your
frames
phone?
a second because
No, not
the
there.
PAL system was
Go
kind of limited to
away.
50 hertz. How about help?
I've just arrived. My case is a little heavy. Can you
Although I
help me pick
believe
it up
because
for
of
me?
that, the resolution was a little
Momo's
better than the
strong,
NTSC
very
version.
strong.
But the
No
NTSC had the
time.
advantage of a better
Momo very busy.
refresh rate. Well, that person is not helping me.
I guess I'll let you continue working.
Let him continue working. Momo, as long as it doesn't, I don't know, harm somebody. So we got a bell. Let's see what we got. That does nothing. Anything else we can look at? Maybe if I go behind the counter? I can't go up there yet, can I?
I shouldn't leave my luggage here.
Right. So what's this thing? Well, there's something there. Oh, it's got to be a wind-up key for this, right? Let's see. Wind him up. And smack that bell. Which you could incidentally do if you like, to receive notifications of my next video. Terrible ink, I'm sorry. And if you like, you can feel free to hit that like button and maybe a subscription too.
Okay, I'm coming.
Someone's coming.
Hi there.
Hi there.
Hello there, ma'am.
Tell me
I
about
would
Kate.
like a room.
Me.
My company should
That's
have
my
made a
name.
reservation in the name of Walker. The company is Marson and Lormont Associates. The name
Okay.
is Kate Walker.
Of course, Miss Walker. You are in room 6 on the next floor up.
Room 6.
Thank you.
Is there
Could
someone
you
that can help with my
possibly
luggage?
Pick my luggage up, please.
Please do excuse me, Miss Walker. We have been
Oh,
neglecting
they
our
forgot their
duties.
manners.
Guests are so rare these days that we forget our manners. So you're the American woman? Is it true what people say? That you've come to buy the
Come to
factory?
buy the factory.
Not factory. Anna's house. Hans' house.
Anna and Hans' house.
Excuse me?
Would you quiet down, you mischievous little boy? I imagine our little town must disappoint you.
Our little town disappoint. Well,
Today is very
it's a
sad
bit
for
weird
us. It's a day of mourning. Today
because
is the
yeah, that
funeral of Miss
you've
Anna.
got automatons.
Momo's sad, but Hans not dead. Hans long way away.
Hans.
Anna told Momo. Anna liked Momo very much.
Okay.
That's enough, Momo. Stop pestering the lady. Now go on, scram. Get out of here, you hear?
Told him to go away. And what's that? He's got some stuff on the ground.
What was I saying?
Whatever that is.
Oh, yes, Miss Anna. Such a great loss for Valadilene. It really
A
is.
loss?
Because now that she's dead, the factory will close.
Probably, yeah.
You're here to stop that happening, aren't you?
Am I?
Our future is in your hands.
Is that why I'm here?
What? Anna Vorarlberg is dead?
See, I wasn't aware of that. I guess we're going up to our room.
Here's your room. I hope you like it, Miss Walker.
Okay. Sorry, a bit of background noise there for a moment.
I'll leave you to rest for the time being. You must have a lot of work to do. You know, the takeover of the factory is very good news for us here. It would make us very happy to see life return to our valley.
Yeah.
If only you had seen Valadilene before.
What kind of life,
It was
though?
delightful.
Because
People
so far
came
all I
from
see is
all over the
mechanical
world to
machines and
Madame
two
Vorarlberg
human
for
beings.
automatons. Ah, somebody has left you some mail, I see. Remember, if you need anything at all, we're not far away, Miss
I'll
Walker.
pick up some mail. So let's do that. Mail next to the bed. What is it? Dear Kate, our client, the Universal Toy Company, is more than eager to see conclusions from the talks with Vorarlberg Manufacturing, with view to a takeover in the days to come, and we've received notification to this effect. We're counting on your undoubted qualities as a business lawyer to bring negotiations with Madame Anna Vorarlberg, the current owner, to a close. Allow me to remind you that the Universal Toy Company is a multinational which has a monopoly on the toy market. Well, it shouldn't have. It's a Class A priority client who's also presenting Madame Vorarlberg with a golden opportunity to sell her factory. You should remind her of this fact in case she starts having last-minute second thoughts before signing the purchase agreement. I'm under no doubt you'll live up to the great expectations we have in you.
Tell Marson about the death of Miss Vorarlberg. I hope this isn't going to get too complicated. I can't see myself staying here too long.
Okay, well, we probably need to phone somebody. Do we have a way to phone anybody? I have a cell phone. Do I have like a... Yeah, there we go.
Marson and Lormont, how can I help you?
Can you put me through to Mr. Marson, please?
Yeah,
It's Kate
pass me
Walker.
through.
Hold the line, please.
Hello, Kate. So tell me.
How's the case? Well, not great.
I've just got to Valadilene, and there's a slight problem, Mr. Marson, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Mrs. Vorarlberg is dead.
Yeah. Causes a bit of an issue.
But I seem to remember we made provisions for just such a sad eventuality, and we know that there was no heir.
Yes, that's right, but
But what?
What's the problem, Kate? Contact the notary right away. I'll get my secretary to fax you his address and an introduction letter from the firm.
very good, Mr. Marson.
Right, I gotta go, Kate.
Oh, I guess we
Keep me
better
up
go
to
and,
date,
go and see if we can get hold of that
I just-
fax. I have to say, you know, for the time, the voice acting's actually not too bad. Considering how many really poorly voice acted games there were at the time.
No need to go down there.
Go down where? Do we not need to get the fax or whatever? Oh, here we go. This is the way out. So yeah, pretty well acted. Actually running quite smoothly. I mean, you know, considering obviously what I've said about the frame rate. Can we go down the stairs? No? Okay, I was just saying the controls were fairly smooth and then that happens. Nah, we're okay. Okay, let's see if he's got the fax.
I'm back again.
Hello.
Walker?
About my
A
mission.
fax didn't arrive for me, did it?
Maybe. I thought I heard the phone ring.
Oh, good.
Do you think you
Give it
might
to me then.
want to go and check?
Certainly, ma'am. Immediately.
Thank you very much.
Do you think you want to check? It's under the counter. He's like right there. Let's see, what's this other fax got to say? Dear Maitre Alfalter, as you're no doubt aware, our practice is charged with undertaking negotiations for the takeover of the Vorarlberg manufacturing by our client, the Universal Toy Company. It's with great sadness that we learn of the recent death of the manager and owner of the factory, Madame Vorarlberg, with whom negotiations had started. We're under no doubt that Madame Vorarlberg left you instructions before her death, enabling this sale to be concluded. We should remind you of the significant boost the arrival of the American multinational would bring to the economy of your region. It's for this reason that I'm sure you'll give our representative, Miss Kate Walker, a warm welcome. Yours faithfully, Edward Marson.
At your service.
Yeah, no worries. Do I need to ask him about anything else?
The young boy who was here earlier
Yeah,
talked
tell me
about,
who Hans is.
Hans? Who is Hans?
Momo was talking about Hans Vorarlberg, Anna's younger brother.
He died a long time
A
ago.
long time ago. Nobody here even met him.
Really? Interesting.
Who is the boy who was
Yeah, what's
drawing here
Momo about?
earlier? Is he your son?
What's
Heaven
Momo there for?
forbid. No, not at all. He's not a bad boy, no. Momo is just a little simple, that's all.
Right.
What is his connection with Anna Vorarlberg?
Momo is what you'd call the village idiot.
The village
Anna
idiot.
took
Nice.
him under her wing.
What a nice thing to call the
Must have
boy.
reminded her of her younger brother, no doubt. And birds of a feather stick together, don't they?
You're implying that Anna Vorarlberg was a little bit slow as well?
Was she?
Heaven forbid. No, not at all.
She liked to keep to herself.
She was a real loner. She
Well,
kept
that's
to
a
herself.
beneficial trait right now, isn't it? Tell me
Did you know
something about Anna.
Vorarlberg yourself?
Oh, why, of course I did. I mean, well, not
Of course I
really.
did. Well, not
She
really.
was a very great lady. I loved her very much.
She's.
She was-
I knew her, but I didn't. Okay.
I'm gonna go look around Valadilene. See you later.
Yeah, let's do
As
that.
you like, miss.
Okay. So let's go first because I want to see. That Momo kid dropped some stuff earlier, and it's still there apparently. What is it? Well, we can look at our inventory once I've picked all of it up, because there's another one there. Maybe Momo will want his things back, whatever they are. And what's this on the table? Oh, right, they're cogs. Because look, he's drawn round them. Creating some sort of clockwork. Well, some sort of system, obviously, for driving something. And we've got 4 cogs. So I assume those will be useful for something at some point. Let's keep going then. Let's go outside and have a look around town. See what's happening. Let's see. It's a pity we can't walk a little bit faster, but... Let's go this way. See what we can find. Well, there's an old man over there. Let's go talk to him.
Good morning.
Good morning. What a pleasure to meet such a lovely young lady, honoring our
aging streets, he
Please,
says.
Please sit yourself down next to me so we can enjoy the air together.
Right.
It would
Enjoy
be
the
a
air.
pleasure, but I'm afraid I don't have the time. Some other time, maybe.
I hope so, miss. I remember when these
The
streets,
streets were full of vibrant life.
In those
Not very
days,
many
there
buildings
was a
around for a
charming encounter to be
city
had
with
round every corner.
loads of
Our good
vibrant
little town
life.
of Valadilene is not what it used to be.
It looks
No.
like things have changed a bit around here.
Our children have all left the valley. They need to earn a living.
They've left the
don't
valley.
they? Can't really blame them. You have to move with the times, don't you? And it's not at the Vorarlberg factory that they'll find jobs.
Nope. Especially now that everyone running it's dead.
It's not an easy burden to bear, believe you me, miss.
But it's such a pretty little village.
Yeah.
I can tell you're not from these parts. I hope you enjoy the pleasures that we still have to offer. Good day to you.
Yeah. Obviously taking his hometown for granted. As a lot of us do, you know. Oh, there's nothing worthwhile here. Isn't that what we all say? About our hometowns, you know. Other people are like, oh, it's amazing here. And everyone else is like, eh. Let's still see what's this way. Is there anything this way? What do we have here? I'm just checking that there's definitely no way to run any faster. There's not. Let's see what's around here. Ah, a boulangerie, or patisserie if you prefer. Depends whether you prefer pastries or breads, doesn't it?
Good morning. Are you open? Can I buy something from your bakery?
No, afraid not. Not possible. We're closed.
They're closed.
I can wait a while.
You can wait, but we're closed all day. Day of mourning.
So they're not gonna open
I'm
today.
sorry. Please accept my condolences.
Don't worry about it. Because of Madame Vorarlberg's death, all the shops are
All the
closed.
shops are shut.
Mayor's decision. Try tomorrow.
Yeah, well, because of
Tomorrow I won't be
a
here.
variety of situations,
That's a
all the
pity.
shops are shut here too. You know, watching this years later, you might be like, what is he talking about? Okay, let's see what else we can find. Some nice houses with what looks like kind of clockwork machinery in just about all of them. I wonder. Let's see what's around. Is there anything over here? Just before I go wandering off that way. Got a lot to see. Just a house. Okay, well let's go see what's over here then. Doesn't look like we can go anywhere else. There's a gate, but that's not of any interest. Okay. Not much around right now. Not much we can find. And so we walk. Oh, we've got something over there. Let's have a look at that. What was it, a newspaper or something? It is! Mourning the loss of the Queen of our Hearts. Let us pay homage today to Anna Vorarlberg, who died peacefully yesterday at the age of 86. The great lady devoted her life to her business and our community. This formidable woman had an extraordinary energy, a force that allowed our automation technology to develop and to make our valley continually proud. Her vitality was matched by her generosity and goodness, which has marked all of Valadilene's inhabitants. The mayor of our own town has declared that today would be a day of collective mourning. Her funeral will take place at 10 AM in the parish church. Okay. What's this? What do we have here? Oh, I wonder. Do you think this wants to see a document? I feel like it's scanning something. Let's see how we get our... See if we can stick a document. Well, how do I do it? Oh, alright. I just couldn't remember which button you're supposed to use to get to your inventory again, but yeah, I know what we'll do now. That fax, which was the second one we received. Pop that in its hand, and then flip that down. Hello? I see. What he's reading, look. He's obviously using the binocular type things to read what the thing says. Is he going to let me in? Oh yeah, it's waving me on. Looks like we're inside. Right, let's see what this guy's on about. I guess he's in here.
Hello, sir.
Miss Walker, I presume. Have you had a good journey?
I have,
Everything went very smoothly.
I
Thank
think.
you.
Do take a seat, Miss Walker, please.
I will take a seat. Don't know if I can take it very far because she had trouble with her luggage, but
I imagine you are aware of the business that brings me here.
I imagine he is.
I was waiting for you.
Tell me about my mission.
Miss Walker, I am afraid that the sale of the Vorarlberg factory is not as straightforward as
It's not a straightforward sale. How?
Whoa there.
There was only
Everything
one
was
person
agreed.
alive, so
We'd
what?
obtained Anna Vorarlberg's consent, and her death does absolutely nothing to invalidate that. Now, I have to be back in New York the day after tomorrow, Metro
Well,
Flotaire.
It's not going to
My
be as
client
simple
and
as
I are
that, though, is
impatient
it?
to seal this deal.
I understand only too well, Miss Walker. There is
There's an heir.
Miss Walker.
Excuse me, an heir? But Madame Vorarlberg never married.
She never
as far as I
married.
know. And in my last conversation with her, she absolutely never mentioned this detail.
Miss Walker,
Well.
believe me, I was more surprised than you are. Anna Vorarlberg sent me a letter 2 days before she died.
2 days before she
Understand,
died.
Miss Walker, that had I known about this earlier, I would have informed you. I shall read you the document in my possession.
Please do. Please do.
I am so very old. It seems that today life is slipping away.
Life
from
is
me
slipping
more
away.
quickly than I imagined, and I fear that I
Time
will not
keeps
be
on
of this
slipping,
world to
slipping.
sign the takeover contract for my dear factory. So I must make this confession to you now. My brother Hans is still alive.
So Hans is alive.
Not surprise me if you find this difficult to
Apparently.
believe, but it is indeed the truth. You must remember his death, his funeral too, even though you were very young.
It was a charade.
It was but a sordid charade dreamt up by our father. To him, the very idea that his only son should wish to leave Valadilene and abandon the family business was unbearable. When Hans left, he preferred to think him dead and make everybody else believe this too. He obliged me to bear this terrible secret as well.
Terrible
He believes
secret.
that Hans is still alive. So when I die, it is he who
So when he's
becomes the
dead,
sole and rightful heir of our factory.
well, while he's alive,
Okay,
nothing we can
I
do.
see. If Hans Vorarlberg is not dead after all, then I just have to sign the contracts with him. I
Yeah,
suppose
it's
you've already
clearly not going to
contacted
be
him?
as simple as
Where
that,
can
is
I
it?
reach him?
The second half of the letter informs us that
He's in
Hans
Syberia.
Vorarlberg is somewhere in Syberia.
Spelt wrong, but you know,
I will leave the document in your hands to read at your leisure.
unless it's some sort of alternate Syberia. Seems today life is slipping away. I repeat, Hans is still alive. Never had the chance to see him again. My little brother is a genius in the true sense of the word. Let us return to the matter in hand. Rest assured of my personal conviction. My brother will not object in the slightest to the sale of the factory. If I had already passed away when you come to read the letter, it's to him the matter should be addressed.
Anna Vorarlberg had no further information to add?
Okay.
Unfortunately not, Miss Walker. I have told you as much as I know. The situation, in legal terms, is now clear. If you want to conclude this sale, you have to find Hans Vorarlberg.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Hans
there
who?
is a body
Volleberg?
lying in the town cemetery. There also seems to be some ghost wandering
A
around
ghost?
Syberia.
A ghost?
Seems
I'm
you
not
have your
I'm
work
not a
cut out.
ghostbuster.
Believe me, Miss Walker, when I say that I am most sorry for this regrettable setback. Most sorry.
I'm sure he is.
What now then?
Well,
Perhaps
now
we'll find out more in the Vorarlberg
we
factory.
have to
archives.
hunt
You'll
around.
find the key in the waiting room. My role in this affair finishes here with the reading of this letter. And now, if you'll excuse me, I must rest.
He must
You
rest.
see, my health is not excellent at the moment, and my doctor forbids me from working for too long. I will not detain you for any longer, Miss Walker. Do not forget to close the door.
Don't forget to
as you
close the
go.
door.
Goodbye, sir.
Nice. Take that letter, thanks. So, the Vorarlberg archives, he suggested. And in order to get there... What's this? Oh, it's like a stamp. It's an approval or denial stamp, I guess. Very nice. Okay, but we've no use for that right now. I'm going to assume that'll come in handy at some point soon. Oh, there's something here. What's that? A telescopic key. Okay, that might be useful. Let's go out of here. So now we need to find the Vorarlberg archives. We could maybe go to the church as well. I don't know. We'll see. We'll go across that bridge. See what that's all about. Oh, my phone's ringing.
Hello?
Kate?
Dan.
Yes,
I'm
it's
so
me.
pleased to
Hello.
hear your voice.
How are you, honey? Did you have a good journey? Have you settled in?
Yeah.
It was long, tiring, damp especially, but I'm okay. Especially when you...
Oh,
Everything going as planned?
not
Yeah,
really.
well, not really. It's not exactly what I
Yeah.
thought it would be.
Yeah.
Everything's so different here.
Actually, while we're on the subject, I managed to free myself up tomorrow lunchtime. I'll come and meet you at the airport. I hope the flight
Yeah,
is on
about that.
We're expected at the Goldbergs about 8 o'clock. I hope you have the time to take a shower and change, my poor honey bun.
About that.
Dan, I don't think the Goldbergs tomorrow night is really on.
No.
Don't worry, Kate. You'll be as perfect as ever. Anyway, you never have to wear my
No,
blue
that's
or gray
not quite
dress.
what I mean.
Dan, I'm going to have to extend my stay here. There's one or
Yeah.
two
A few complications
You understand?
that I need to deal with, like a missing heir.
Talking about? It's only a measly toy factory.
The sale
Yeah.
isn't going through as expected. I've got to stay a bit longer.
Yeah.
Dan, you don't mind, do you?
But Katie, you can't do this to me. I mean, it's the Goldberg contract.
There's millions of dollars. But what's that got to do with me?
I
What's
know,
your
I'm
business
sorry.
deal got to do with her?
You go ahead. Don't worry about me. I'll get back as soon as I can. I promise. Okay, I've got to go. I'll
Yeah,
call
hang
you
up
back
on him.
soon.
What a douche.
Love you, honey.
What about my multi-million-dollar deal? I don't care about your multi-million-dollar deal. Get lost. Let's see. So, well, we came from uphill, I think, when we arrived. So I would assume that that hill over there, beyond that bridge, is probably where the church is. See if there's anyone there that can, or anything there that can help us. Not an awful lot, though. Tweeting birds and rolling water. Let's see. Because we saw that that was where that funeral procession headed, so... Yep, that's the church up there. Okay. It's annoying that I can't move faster. Oh, the gate's open at least. There we go. Oh, we're ringing again.
Hello.
Kate, so what's new?
Well,
We've got a problem, Mr. Marson.
yeah,
What
quite a
problem?
big
Come on,
problem.
Kate, don't beat around the bush.
There's
Well.
maybe an heir.
A human-sized problem, anyway.
Hans, Anna Vorarlberg's brother. Looks like he's still alive. We can't buy the factory without his consent.
Oh, well, there we go.
What is this? Where's this mystery brother come from?
Well, he existed.
More to the point, where is he? What did the notary say?
Syberia.
Nothing. I mean, nothing else. You know, sir, it's an odd town here. Everything's odd. The people, things. The situation's not straightforward. I have a small bit of research
Yeah, a little
to
bit.
do.
Listen to me, Kate. Universal Toys is one of our biggest clients.
Yeah,
I don't care how
whatever.
weird that town is. All that matters is that you do not set foot back in New York before you've tied up the deal. Get the picture.
Yeah, I've got
Mr.
it.
Marson.
I understand,
You
you
can count on me.
douche. If you excuse the expression. Let's try this door. See if we can get inside. There's also some paths leading round, so... If we can't get in the front, we can maybe get in elsewhere.
No point. It's locked.
Yeah. We're not getting through that door. However, we can have a look around. Maybe we can go behind the church. What's that? Well, that, I mean, we can probably do that with the cogs, and that's probably the... Let's just leave that for the moment. I feel like maybe that's, you know that, those cogs we found, I feel like that's got something to do with them, but I want to go this way first if I can. Oh, that door's open. Can we get through this door? Ah, we got another locked door.
It's locked.
Now, what else is in here? Apparently nowhere we can go on that side. Let me see. There's something to look at there. There's a cross to look at on the wall here. We can move it. Oh, there's a key. Okay, so we found a key. What else can we find? This was something we could look at. Let's take a look at that. There's a crank here.
This thing's jammed.
And that is jammed. But maybe that key we found. will help somehow. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? Not much else but this. Let's see if there's anything in the other drawers. Again, not much, but there's another one of these, but looks like a card that you would use to like punch into something. No cards in here that I can see. See what's in the next drawer. Another card. And mostly the priest's clothing, it would appear. Bottom drawer. We got another one. Okay. Well, there we go. So we've got a load of cards. Let me just check something, because there's something there. I'm interested to know. Aha! What's that? So okay, we've got some punch cards, red, blue, purple and green. And the Vorarlberg key. And what's this? To my successor, the Valadilene parish priest, the sanctity of confession is a sacred vow, so these revelations are the result of much soul-searching and reflection. One day in March 1938, Rudolf Vorarlberg knocked at my door. I was a young priest then and was overawed by the dominant personality of the town's most important figure. I remember it was raining that day, and beneath his dripping hair, Monsieur Vorarlberg's face was the very expression of eternal pain itself. Through gritted teeth, his eyes swimming with grief, he announced that his son Hans had just died. He wanted me to come immediately to bless the body. I entered the dark drawing room at the family home. Hans' coffin was in the middle, sealed shut. Monsieur Vorarlberg explained to me that he wanted no one to see the body of his son. Hans' badly mangled corpse had been discovered at the bottom of a precipice. It was presumed that he'd slipped and fallen badly. Despite his 18 years of age, the young Vorarlberg did not have all his faculties. I believed him. I led the funeral and officiated the mass and burial. We buried Hans Vorarlberg with all the dignity and solemnity befitting such a tragedy. Life indeed hangs by a thread, and I would have surely forgotten this episode only several years later, after her father's death, Anna Vorarlberg had an accident at the factory and nearly died. Such a close call with death seemed to awaken her a need to confess. What I heard that day would haunt my dreams thereafter. She told me that the body of her younger brother Hans was not at rest in the family tomb for the simple reason that he was still alive. I had blessed and sanctified an empty coffin. I'd assisted and sanctioned a masquerade staged by Rudolf Vorarlberg himself, to exercise the blind hatred he felt for his son. His son had left, and he felt betrayed. A man who was preferred to believe and make others believe his son was dead, rather than accept the truth, and shamefully deceived me. What kind of priest was I, and what kind of priest would I become? Our merciful Father alone will be my judge. It's my duty to inform you that one of your flock is still unaccounted for. I leave this terrible secret in your hands to do with what you will. Okay. Interesting. Okay, well, there's not much else here, I don't think. Take a quick walk. No, yeah, we can go that way. Can't get through that door. But maybe we can try that other door. If I can remember the combination that Momo created on that table. Which I don't know if I can, to be honest. Let's find out. Don't go there. Okay. The good news is that I can click on things before I can even see them, so at least I can... Right. So that... I think that was the smallest one. And then... Was it this one? Surely it's that one. Yeah. Because there's no other one that would fit there, I wouldn't have thought. It's gotta be. Gotta be. So that has to be where that one goes. It fits. And there we go. Something's happening. We've opened the doors. Oh, it's a lift. An elevator, if you prefer. Takes us up. Let's see what's in here. Oh, we've got... What's this?
If that's going to work,
Something's
looks like
missing.
missing.
Hmm. Let's have a look at these punch cards. That's the kind of thing that... Can I look at the stuff on there before I... There's a nest there. The bird's laid its eggs. Can I look at these to see what they are before? I guess not. Now let's try the purple one. Aha! What I've done is I've rung the bells. Summoning everyone, or maybe it's a sad song. Oh. Aha! That thing has lowered its hat.
I no longer need these punch cards.
Okay, what did we take all of them for then? Well, let's get out of here then if there's nothing else to do. But I guess we want to go and find that place where that statue just doffed its hat. No doubt. It didn't have a beard on it. It didn't have like a neck beard, so I don't think it said "milady" or anything. Who knows? Maybe it did. We couldn't hear it speak. I expect that that's this thing's got to be down here, right? Well, no, this is not the area I'm looking for. Maybe it's over the other path then in that case. All we've got here is a graveyard with some gravestones. Okay, that's no use. I'm thinking that that lock that was in the thing's hat probably takes that key we found inside. Was it the Vorarlberg key? Because I'm going to assume that's the Vorarlberg tomb or mausoleum or whatever. Yeah, there's the hat. There's the hat. Let's see.
I can't go that way.
No, you can't. But you might be able to check this. Yeah, see, that's definitely for that key. It has 4, I don't know, tines? Prongs? I don't know, what would you call them? Oh, that's a bit rusty. Let's go. We're going down into a dark area. A dark place. Okay, well the only thing it's showing me is this one. Hans Vorarlberg. Well, let's open it. Because we know there's no one in there. Here's the coffin, though. Inside, we've got something and a newspaper cutting. The Vorarlberg family was struck by tragedy yesterday. Rudolf Vorarlberg discovered the lifeless body of his son Hans at the bottom of a precipice. Loose rocks and poor visibility occasioned by the morning mist were probably the cause of the young man's fall. This is the theory put forward by the family, as there were no witnesses. Hans had just turned 18 years of age. 8 years ago he suffered a similar serious accident from which he never fully recovered the full use of his mental faculties. Interesting. Okay, well I don't think there's much else for me to find. There was only 2 items in there. Let me just see what these are. A Valadilene voice cylinder. Okay, I think we need to go and find these archives now. That must be inside, presumably are inside the factory. I don't know if we'll play this in one sitting. It is quite a long game. But I think we can definitely play quite a lot of it. This is definitely not one for the short adventures playlist. Although if you are interested in some adventures that run at less than 2 hours, which is about the sort of length I kind of gave to that series, some very slightly over, but if it runs less than 2 hours, I'm classing it as a short adventure. Although that could go from 10 minutes to, to 2 hours. But most of them are fairly bite-sized. You could sit through some of them if you wanted. It's been a while since I've done a standalone video though of something a bit longer, you know? I felt like this was quite a good one. Ticks that adventure box. And yeah, almost ticks that retro box too, I suppose. So that's the factory I can see behind there. Can I go to it? There's some way to get into the factory. Maybe if I go along here there'll be a gate. Can I... Finding the right position for things. Ah, there we go. A gate to the factory. That's it. And presumably that telescopic key that we had will go somewhere here. Probably there. Aha! No? Maybe if we turn the key on this thing's back. Oh, there we go. And the door is opened by a machine. Again, I'm sorry about any juddering in the image there. Seems to be going okay most of the time, but some of the scenes maybe are a bit more susceptible to it. Okay, so we've got a fountain. Let's see. Okay, let's go to this first path on the right here. Let's see, can we get in this place? Let's see. Ah, of course it's locked.
The door's locked, but I've still got to get in there.
I do. Maybe if we go around the side, we'll find something useful. Okay, well we learned a little bit about Hans about how his death was faked. Okay, what's here? There's a ladder of some kind. Let's see.
I need a key.
So we need a key for that. Is there anyone else around? First of all, can we open this door? Nope.
The door's locked, but I've still got to get in there.
Okay. Is there anyone around? I don't think I want to go in there. Maybe we do, maybe we got no choice. Oh, how? I don't know what I just said
Good
there.
morning.
Aha!
You've got a magnificent garden here.
Yeah, magnificent. How did you get in?
Oh, please, don't talk about it. Since my
Don't
gardener
talk about it?
broke down, there are weeds everywhere. You can't imagine how much work it takes me. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. We're not used to doing without our robot help here.
Alright, so you've got too much robot help.
Everybody says that
I
we're
wonder
going
if the
to
toy
have to get
factory will
used to
still,
it.
yeah. Will the toy company do anything for them? Well, okay. Nobody's moving. What's this thing over here? Oh, that's a grubby looking place. Isn't it? Let's try going through here. Oh. Is that a path? It is. There's a locked gate there. We've got a fountain of some kind here and that gate's open, so I'm assuming that's where we want to go. Oh look. A key. Does this do anything? No. That, I think, works for that ladder we were looking at. It had one of those four-pronged keyholes on it. So I'm assuming that's what we want. That'll get us inside, maybe, through a higher window. I would imagine. Okay. Time to try out this ladder. Maybe I can just use it straight on there. Can I? Can I? Well, there we go. We've, oh yeah, there's a window open at the top. Let's climb. Might take a while. Hopefully not. Sorry. Okay, so we got somewhere else now. Can I go anywhere this way? Oh, there we go. There's a desk. What have we got? What's that? Anna's diary. Maybe. Yeah. Something terrible happened. I don't know who to turn to or who to talk to, so I decided to write it down. You, dear diary, are now my confidant and sole guardian of my secret thoughts. Hans lies in the next room, teetering between life and death, and I'm terrified. Oh, the injustice of life. Hans made me promise to keep this secret. His burden's too heavy. I know I can tell you though, dear diary, we discovered a cave in the mountains, a marvellous cavern with ancient paintings on the walls. Only prehistoric man could have painted them because there were depictions of mammoths, which are prehistoric creatures as well. That much I know. I hate mammoth now. It's all because of them and because of that stupid prehistoric children's toy. Why Hans? Hans still not regained consciousness. Father can't sleep. Gertrude cries all day long. Outside the heat is suffocating, but inside the house is cold and dismal. I can't think of anything else but Hans. Hans' accident, he still hasn't opened his eyes. I feel desperate and alone. Hans has come back to life. He opened his eyes and uttered my name. My name? Do you realise? The happiest day of my life. How wonderful, how beautiful life is. Gertrude and I can't stop breaking into uncontrollable fits of giggles. Hans even wolfed down his meal. It's curious whether Hans is hungry, thirsty, or if he wants something he cannot stop saying my name. He can't bear it when I leave him, even for an instant. Today was the first day Hans has left the house. We went for a short walk in the garden, but Hans is still very weak. Hans has been out of his coma for a month. He still doesn't say much and has difficulty moving. I had to talk to him. The burden was too great. I asked Hans about the accident in the cave to find out what he could remember. He could utter only one word. Mammoth. This one, I go back to school today, and for the first time in my life I'm dreading it. And while I was doing my homework yesterday, Hans crept up on me so quietly he made me jump. He took a pencil and a blank sheet of paper and he started drawing. Hans scribbles almost obsessively. It's all he'll do. Today's my birthday. Gertrude has made me an apple pie, but Father has not returned home for lunch and Hans doesn't want to leave his room. Snow's falling. Doctor visited to examine Hans. He seems happy that my little brother is fully recovered. And then it's Hans' birthday. He's 11. Have I got to go through years of diary entries? Doctor just left. I saw him whispering with Father. Their serious expressions worried me awfully. What could they be hiding from me? I've been thinking, it seems to me Hans' attitude isn't normal. The shake of the fall and his coma must have had much more serious effects than we first imagined. Hans, my dear brother, what's happening to you? April 4th, I've discovered the truth. Hans is stunted physically and mentally. I eavesdropped a conversation between the doctor, Father and Gertrude. Gertrude buried her tear-filled eyes in her apron. And Father muttered the word, well, you can see it there, under his breath. It's Easter and we're on school holidays. This means I can spend all day with Hans and protect him from Father's permanent dark moods. I cannot accept the fact that Hans will stay in this state forever. It's truly difficult to accept. It's not Hans' fault. Mine maybe, but not his. I don't know how to make Father understand. 1 year's gone by. It feels like an eternity. The situation shows no signs of improvement. Extraordinary. Father's decided to take Hans to Paris for new tests. Says that only in the French capital will you find truly competent doctors. No news for Father or Hans. I remain hopeful. I'm sure they'll take good care of my brother. They returns. Hans rushed into my arms and started crying. It took me a long time to calm him down and get him to sleep. Father is still as taciturn as he was before he left. French doctors have confirmed the diagnosis. Hans will remain physically and mentally impaired. I'm stunned. Summer's coming to a close. Father still says nothing. Gertrude tells me love and faith triumph over science. Father took Hans to the factory. Hans was afraid that so I accompanied them. Father left for the factory with Hans again. I think he wants to persuade him he could be useful for something. It's his way of resisting fate. February, for a month now, every morning, Hans has got to work. Wait, what? Oh, it was 9:31. Okay. Gertrude and Father now have their own robot mammoths. Hans' mammoths now walk. Yes, I met the head of the factory workshop, Mr. Grips, this morning. Grips? He says for a young lad of 12, Hans is very gifted. Father and Hans had a discussion yesterday. Should say Hans was locked in one of Father's long monologues. As it is inadvisable? It looks like incommovisable that Hans should go to school like the other children. Father wants to take him on as a worker at the factory. Wants to send the daughter to university because her intelligence was astounding. Hans reworked the assembly lines. So basically a pretty clever kid. She wants to doesn't know whether to go to university or leave her brother. Hans had another fit of hysterics at dinner. Father announced Hans' new assembly line would soon be finished, but they've removed the automaton parrots that shout orders as they were deemed superfluous. Hans was livid. Imagine that, working on a factory floor with parrots shouting orders at you. Despite my scruples, I'm finally leaving. Hans has not talked to me for a week. Excuse me just a sec. I heard some noises. I found my own little mammoth broker. Broker? Yeah. Hans had another fit of hysterics at dinner. Despite my scruples, I'm finally leaving. Christmas, it's strange to be home. I'd never left home for such a long time. Once we were alone, Hans did not stop talking. Words just leaped from his mouth. 1937 we jump to now. It's strange to pick up this diary once more. At first my impulse was to tear it up, but I resisted and succumbed to my second desire, which was to write for a while. Last 4 years have been kind to Father and Hans. Their relationship is less tense. Hans hasn't changed. To help Gertrude, he's designed a totally automated kitchen. I want to go and see Father and Hans at work. Hadn't been to the factory for ages. Factory's working very well. Orders keep coming in. To make myself useful, I started helping Father set his papers in order. The most extraordinary thing of all is that for the first time ever, I have the impression the three of us form a real family. Hans never ceases to surprise me. Christmas, the most wonderful Christmas of my whole life. Hans and I cannot stop giggling like children beneath Father's disapproving glare. I know that he was only pretending, really. January, Hans wants to leave Valadilene. If I want to leave because of Father, not at all. It's because of the mammoths. He wants to go tracking mammoths, but mammoths aren't. I came back and talked to Hans and asked him gently if he was sure of his decision. I already know he's going to say yes. Despite my profound sadness and despair, I must help Hans fulfill the destiny he's chosen and announce the news to Father. I fear the worst. The worst was worse. He was very angry. He shut Hans away in the workshop and has forbidden all visits, except from Gertrude. Father's decided Hans should remain locked up for as long as it takes him to abandon his infantile decision. As soon as Gertrude returns, I hasten to get news of my brother. He doesn't say anything, he just fiddles with bits and pieces. Gertrude gave me a different tiny cylinder for today's toy. Hans is incredible. My days are spent eagerly away in Hans's messages. That'll be what these voice things are. Gertrude has returned. She's beside herself. Hans has disappeared. Father has not even deigned to return to the workshop. It's beginning to dawn on me that Hans is gone. With Hans gone, Father now locks himself away. This morning I caught Father in the drawing room installing a coffin on a trestle. The sight of it made my blood freeze. What on earth is he up to? So this is basically he faked his son's death because he disappeared. Father grows cold and calculating. Contacted Dr. Schmoll, who drew up a bona fide death certificate without seeing anything. Hans' funeral will be officially held next Sunday. I'll not leave. I've thought long and hard. My life is here next to my father. He needs me too much now. The factory needs me. Okay. So what have we found out there? We found out that her father... How do I get out of this? There we go. And what's that? Oh, that's... I thought that was a ring of some kind, but it was just my... So, okay, so that is... That's the story of what happened to Hans. Can I go anywhere here? Oh, there we go. What do we have? Oh. What's this? Let there be light. Oh, someone's coming. It's Momo!
Mammoth. You draw mammoth for Momo?
And then he turns into a monster.
Momo, it's you. You scared me.
Let's talk to him.
What are you doing in here?
Momo
Yeah, why is he
want
here?
Mammoth picture, like Hans picture.
Alright, so I've got to draw
Sorry,
you a mammoth.
I haven't got a picture of a mammoth with me.
Take paper and pencil and draw mammoth for Momo.
Okay.
You don't give up easily, do you?
No, I want you to draw. He wants you to draw a mammoth, so do it. Well, let's talk a bit more about
You
him.
remember me, don't you? I'm Kate.
Draw mammoth for Momo.
Oh,
Please.
draw a mammoth for Momo,
You
please.
must find me a bit rude, turning up places uninvited where nobody knows who I am. See, it's kind of my job, you know, to get involved. But don't mind me. Just carry on with what you're doing.
Momo not mind. Anna kind.
Anna was
Never
kind.
Angry.
That's right. She won't be angry. Not now.
Well, she would never before, I think, is what he's saying. Did I do that?
You're a sweet kid, Momo. But I can't draw. Least of all, mammoths.
I can't draw anything.
Draw mammoth easy. Hans draw mammoth. Anna draw mammoth. Kate too.
Everyone drew
Um,
mammoths.
Maybe I could do a quick squiggle of a box, say, that
No,
has
what?
a mammoth inside.
That's not going to be good enough, is it?
Momo want
Oh, there's a
real
box. It's got a mammoth in it. Don't open it.
My
Don't open
goodness,
it,
you
because
are
if you
one
open the
stubborn
box,
boy.
then you'll know that the mammoth might not be alive.
There's
It's
something I'm
Schrodinger's
looking for,
mammoth.
but I don't quite know what. I need a clue. Anything that might tell me where Hans is.
Oh, is it alive in there?
You know,
Well,
don't you?
First you draw mammoth for Momo.
And if I help you, you help me.
it's a mammoth, so
right?
probably not, because you know they're prehistoric
Momo
creatures.
know Kate is kind. Kate draw mammoth for Momo. Then Momo tell Kate secret.
Right. Okay.
What's
So
my
you want?
secret?
First draw mammoth for Momo.
I think we get the idea that we're not going to be able to do anything until we've
Momo, I've got
drawn a
to go,
mammoth for Momo.
but see you later, maybe.
We got to draw a mammoth for Momo. Let's just check. Why did he appear when we got to that place? Is there something there that'd help us draw a mammoth? Look. What's that? It's a mammoth! Now if I... Oh, do you know what I could do? Trace the mammoth. I can trace a mammoth. I wonder what the secret's going to be. I lied, there is no secret. Haha! Right, there's your bloody mammoth. Maybe that's why Momo was out trying to scare people. Because no one was going to draw a mammoth. You see? If they'd just drawn her a mammoth, it'd have been fine. Right, where is that kid? There he is. Hey Momo, I've got you a mammoth picture. There's your mammoth, kid. Enjoy. Now he's got another mammoth picture.
Thank you. Momo happy. Now follow Momo. Momo show his secret to Kate.
I've got to follow him. Oh great, I walk very slowly as it is. What the heck? He's gone. He's off. How am I supposed to follow him if he's running away without me? Where exactly are you going? Okay. I can't even run either, so he's running to wherever the hell it is he's going, and I've got to walk. You know, I knew he'd run around this corner, but where did he go after that? Outside? Inside? I just don't know. Oh, there he is. Oh, there's Momo. He's run out the house. And outside the gate. Where to now? Where to now? Oh, he's down there. At least he's waiting for us. That's a bit better. Okay, let's see. What have we got here? We've got the baker. There's no one there. Where's this kid gone? If we keep walking, maybe we'll find it. Maybe it's going to be this mammoth. You know, they were talking about a cave with a mammoth in it. Maybe that's what it is. Momo's mammoth. Who knows? Oh, there he is. What are we doing? I've still got to follow him. Okay, he's gone again. The stair climbing's a bit funny. Okay. Got a bridge and some steps. It's pretty obvious where we're going from here, isn't it? Okay. Again, there's only one path we can take here, so it's got to be this one, right? It's the only way we can go. We're outside the town now. Have I gone the right way? I just don't know if I'm going the right way or not. That's the trouble. Oh yeah, no, I can see a path of some kind here. Let's see what's around us. Some birds chasing each other around. There's a boat. Clearly Momo hasn't taken that because it's here. There he is. Unless he runs away again. No, he's sitting down. Maybe he's got something to tell us now about his secret.
There you are, Momo.
It's a long walk.
Long walk you've taken me on. I've got to say, though, it sure is mighty pretty.
Sure
Momo
is.
Come here often. Momo like make splash in water.
Okay,
Why
well,
have you brought me here?
yeah, why am I here?
Mammoth doll in cave. Very important.
Mammoth
for
doll.
Hans, Anna say.
Cave? What cave? Where?
Yeah, where's this
Momo
cave?
not Lyle.
Oh, I didn't say you were.
Right. Now we're here. What do we do?
Kate and Momo throw stones in water.
Right.
Momo, we're here because of the cave.
Yeah.
Something to
What
do
are we
with
doing with the cave?
Momo and Kate, friends.
Yeah, sure. Okay, why not?
You are a strange one, Momo. I'm beginning to see why Anna Vorarlberg liked you.
Momo, Momo
He looks like
look
Hans.
like Hans. Momo very proud.
Interesting.
Momo, I've got to go now. But
So
see
he
you
wants
later,
something to do with the mammoth in a cave, and they said it was near the water. Let's take a look up here and see if we can see any caves. Oh yeah, look, it's over there. Apparently I can't cross this shallow water, but there's a cave over there on the opposite side of the water. Maybe we can use something to get across there. Let's see. If there's a way to block that, or... Oh yeah, look, there's some kind of... Almost looks like a lock gate, or a... Yeah, it's like a dam. If this is opened, it would reduce the water level. But I can't open it.
broken. I've got to get a helping hand here.
I guess we gotta go and ask old Momo for a hand, if he'll help.
Momo, I've got something else I want
Yeah,
to
I need
ask
some help.
Momo listening.
He's listening.
Can you help me, please?
Yeah,
What do?
Help me open the dam.
yeah.
Momo strong.
Momo's strong. Let's do it. Follow me. Wow. He wasn't kidding.
Oops.
He wasn't kidding. He is strong. Or the wood was rotten. I mean, I guess we're not using that anymore. Or maybe we can use there was an oar on the ground next to that boat. Maybe we can use it instead. Maybe we can use it instead. Let's find out. Bloody hell, Momo, I didn't want you to break it. What you've done. Can't believe you've done this. There's an oar. Oh, I can't reach it. It's within millimeters of me.
I could use one of the oars from this boat as a lever.
My God.
How am I ever going to get a hold of it?
I can't reach. It's too close. Can I use that to pick it up? Oh yeah, look, I can use a bit of wood to move it.
Ugh, that oar is all dirty
What?
and wet.
Please tell me she's not.
Ugh,
She won't pick
oar
it
is all
up because it's
and
dirty.
wet.
My God. Really? Oh no, the oar's all dirty. I'm not going to pick it up. Your shoes are dirty too. Are you going to take them off? You're just going to keep them on forever. I guess Momo needs to help me again, because he doesn't worry about getting dirty.
Momo, I've got something else I want to ask you.
Yeah, I need your help again.
I've moved the oar nearer. Be a good boy and carry it for me.
Yeah, I don't want to
Momo say
carry it. You carry it. What's he getting in return for all this? A picture of a mammoth? And a friendly person talking to him, I suppose. No doubt I'm going to need to ask him to help me actually use it as well. Because she's not going to hold it if it's dirty, is she? Thanks, Momo. Now what? Do I need to go and talk to him again and like say, go and help me put that in there, because I don't like dirty things and picking them up. We can't use the boat because I can see it's full of water. It doesn't have to go very far, but we'd have to be bailing it out constantly. I didn't say you could keep it.
Momo, I've got
Yeah.
something else I want to ask you.
Momo listening.
Yeah, could you put that oar?
Can you help me, please?
What do?
I need a hand opening the dam.
Yeah, use that
Momo
oar.
say yes. Momo strong.
Good. Come on then, Momo. Pop that in there and let's get it done. It's barely in. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's better. Surely this is even weaker than that other bit of wood. No, apparently not.
Momo very strong.
Indeed.
Thank you, Momo.
Indeed you are, Momo. Indeed you are. Right, so now presumably I can cross where this path was before. One sec. Okay, let's cross this water and let's see what we can find. Here's the cave. The Cave of Doom. Hopefully not, but, you know. It's a long walk. I thought maybe it would just be a quick step in. Oh, look. Mammoths on the wall. And that brown shape over there is presumably the toy mammoth he's looking for. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And now I've got a toy for Momo. And now we need to walk all the way back to town. Continue our investigation of the factory grounds. Oh, is it that way? Because there's still far more for us to discover there, I'm sure. How did Momo even know that toy was there? If he couldn't go there himself. Oh, phone call.
Hello?
Kate? Is that you?
No, it's someone
Well,
else.
yeah, who did you think it was?
It's the person who stole her phone.
Voice, that's all. Must be the distance or something. No, spill the beans.
The distance.
Job like. You lucky lady, you. Honestly, I
If you've spoken to her on the phone, well, I don't know.
So far all I've seen of Europe is this tiny village, and frankly, they're not very hospitable. The whole case is getting really complicated. There's this surprise heir I've got to find.
A surprise heir.
Oh, I talked to Lynn who bumped into Joss and she had coffee with the head honcho this morning. He didn't sound at all happy. The client's meeting him tomorrow and when
Yeah, whatever.
that the sale's not even gone through yet. Whoa, you're gonna be pleased you're on the other side of the ocean.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's nothing I can do about it until we find the heir.
I get the picture. But so,
I mean,
how about yourself?
complain all you want.
We lost the Farah Lou trial.
Farah Lou.
5 months on that dumb case.
I remember.
So, for a bit of therapy, I went to Boomie's. The
Oh,
snail
of course you did.
yesterday.
Wow, lucky.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely crazy, Katie. Absolute mayhem. You know that blue silk
Oh,
top I
yawn.
Guess how much I got it for?
Don't care.
I don't know. 250? 200?
$150. $40. Just get
Wow.
here and I'll go down with you.
Who cares?
Like it's my choice. Look, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Tell me soon, huh? I want a blow-by-blow account of every moment of your great adventure.
I don't think you'd be
Get
that
outta
interested
here.
by it.
Look after yourself.
You too.
Although it is interesting. A missing heir. Well, I don't know where Momo is. Because he left that area before. I guess let's just go back the way we came. Back to town and back to the factory to see what else we can find. Because we clearly need to discover more about Hans. That's all we're here for now, isn't it? We need to look for her brother so that we can complete the sale of the factory. You know, the worst thing about that path is you can't see most of it, so I've no idea whether I'm walking into something. That's maybe the one downside to a console version of a game like this. You know, on the PC, obviously, you can use the mouse pointer to move you to where you're going. On a console, you still have to use the controller. Although I have to say, compared to what they do with some point-and-click adventures on consoles, like a cursor that you have to move with your thumbstick, this is done a lot better. Being able to walk using the controls. Tell you, in fact, I was looking to play Broken Sword 3. I actually think the PC version of it, because it's keyboard-based controls, might actually be better to use the... I'm trying to remember, I'm sure there was a PlayStation version of it. Might be better to play that one. Anyway, that doesn't matter because we're playing Syberia right now. We're not going to sit and do the whole game. I think we'll stop at about the 2-hour mark, which is about where we normally stop. Assuming I can save my game. I haven't tried that actually. There we go. Easy enough. Okay, how do I get back to the game? Oh, there we go. Return to game, oddly enough. It's easy enough to do. None of the options are difficult. And we'll move on. There we go. Let's get back to this factory. Okay, let's see. Which path do I want to take now? Let's take... Do you know what? I want to take that top left one. Just because I do. What do we have here? Some sort of building. What do we have here? Okay, so we've got some sort of container. And there's a lever on that pillar. What does that do? Oh. A claw. Okay. So that's a way to get something inside the factory. I don't know if we got to find a way to get ourselves inside the factory using that. Hopefully not, that looks a bit dangerous. I guess unless we get inside a container. Now let's try the other path on this side, because we want to go to the actual factory, and the factory is in that direction, so I'm assuming this path will take us to the factory. There we go, look. We're entering the Vorarlberg factory for the first time. So what is it? Well, it's a factory, but let's go up here. Let's use some stairs before we investigate any further. What do we have here? What's that? A door. Okay. What do we have in here? A desk. So is this Anna's office? Maybe? What's this? A letter of some kind. I know how much you dislike the written word, but I do not have the time to forge you a voice cylinder. I imagine someone in your entourage will be kind enough to read these few lines to you. I received your latest set of plans. Your project's extraordinary. Your all-time masterpiece, perhaps. Time seems to have had no effect on your genius. Quite the contrary. I'm proud of you, my dear little brother. Sometimes I find it hard to believe that a century has gone by since the last time I saw you. Okay. It only seems like yesterday that you rushed away from Valadilene. We undertook production immediately following your instructions to the letter. The locomotive was ready within a week. If only you could see it. But you will see it. You will see it, that much I have promised you. It is magnificent. It seems impatient to set out on this maiden voyage. There's only Oscar left to build. I hope I'll finish him soon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I understand you wish me to bring you that cursed prehistoric doll, the very thought of which I wonder if it's still in the cave, and if it is, what state it's in. Sale of the factory is taking shape. The lawyer from New York should be visiting. We'll be able to sign the contracts. Then I should manage to draw 3 dots. Oh wait, was there more to that? No, there wasn't. She managed to draw 3 dots. I don't really understand why. And what's this? Is this the plans for the car he was talking, the vehicle he was talking about? Oh yeah, a train. What else do we have? You'll have received several somethings from my office concerning penalty charges incurred on unpaid invoices from the company La Colombe. Something facts. Your responsible currently stands at 47,782 francs. Strongly advise you to something yourself of this debt assuage by sending the necessary funds to our payment centre. Despite numerous follow-up letters where you notice you still owe the sum of 80,000 francs, corresponding to invoices dated January, February and March of 1998. I find myself under the obligation to undertake certain procedures against your company, a situation I find particularly painful given the special relationship our banks enjoyed with your company over the years. You yourself admit that for some time Vorarlberg Manufacturing has become a financial liability. No longer able to underwrite your debts with the bank. I beg you to accept the American investor's proposal.
Oh my gosh. Invoices, invoices, more invoices. I never knew the factory was in such a bad way financially. These last 2 years must have been very hard for Anna Vorarlberg.
Must have been. What else can we see? What's this? Why is that book sticking out? The others are all fine, but that one's sticking out. It's got to be a secret, right? Of course. Can't do anything but listen to the music right now. Is it finished? Good. We got oh, we got another one of those cylinders. Music cylinder. So I guess this should work with that then, right?
Where are you hiding? We've got to go home. We're late.
Okay.
Very late. Anna, over there. What do you mean over there? Please, Hans. We've got to go.
What are they doing?
You've got to swear. Okay. I, Anna Vorarlberg, swear to my brother Hans to never ever mention this to anyone.
Oh, here we go. Now I've got a video apparently.
But it's dark in there.
It is. It's a cave.
From the factory.
Caves don't tend to have light switches.
You won't look so clever when Father notices you've stolen one of his lanterns.
Probably not, but you know.
Oh, I'm all covered in mud because of you. Look, Anna. Look.
Well, mammoths.
I've seen paintings like this in a library book. They're like you swore, Anna. It's a secret between you and me. Hey, look. There's something else up there. Oh, come on.
Something else.
It's like a toy.
It is. It's a toy we found.
Give me some light. But Hans, it's much too high.
Don't climb up there.
Do be careful, Hans.
Well, he's obviously going to fall. This is obviously how he ended up
Hans, be careful.
in the condition he was. Splat.
For weeks, my brother lay in a coma, hanging between life and death. And then one morning, he opened his eyes. But I knew he would never be the same again.
Foolish climbing.
We never did return to the cave.
Well, we read the diary, so
I've never
we know this story really, but it was interesting nonetheless. Well, what's happened now? That's come off. Does that mean we can take it? Apparently so. So now we have a figure of Hans and Anna. That's exciting. I think we can leave this room now, because I don't think there's anything else of any interest. Some levers there at the side of the door. Let's go down and out of here. There's other stuff to check on this level, but we'll do it next time probably, given the timescale we're looking at right now. Okay. What do we have here? Oh, phone call.
Yes, hello?
Kate, what happened?
Oh, who's this now?
Munchkin, I've been trying to contact you for hours.
I'm in Europe, Ma. Job thing.
Yeah.
What? Europe? My God. Oh, I've got such happy memories of
Yeah,
Europe. Some of
happy
them
memories of
all
Europe.
my
Well, I'm not
fault.
having those right now.
That's enough of that. Tell me, where are you? Paris? London? Venice?
Valadilene. Yeah, I know. It's a bit
It's
out
in the middle of nowhere.
What in the world are you doing out there?
Work.
You know, business. I've got to see through the takeover of some old family business that's got a few debts. It's a really charming place, but there's one or two weird things going
Yeah.
on here. I can't go into it now.
Oh, well, that's right. Your old mother's too dumb to understand it. You really do take after your father sometimes.
That's
Mother.
not what she said, though, is it?
You'll never guess who I saw yesterday.
You're right, I won't.
Ma, I haven't got a lot of time, you know.
Don't really care who you saw yesterday.
Ma, please. I've got to go.
Frank Malkovich, the Russian opera
Malkovich,
singer.
Malkovich,
You know,
Malkovich,
He was quite a star in his
Malkovich.
Listen, Ma, I really don't
Frank
have the time. I'll call
Malkovich.
you back.
day. He is as charming as he always was. We spent the...
Mom, I really have to go. I'll call you back. I promise. Lots of
Yeah.
love.
Oh, name dropping.
Hey!
See you later. Hang up. Don't answer it if she rings again. Let's go through this door. Well, that's not where I want to go, is it? How do I get to go back? There we go. Right. I don't want to go there. I want to go through this door. If I can. There we go. I don't know what happened there. But we're through. What do we have here? There's a guy hanging up. That thing's moving. It is, isn't it? Can we get him down? Oh, here we go. He's got no feet. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's too weird. He's sitting there like a person. And we can talk to him. Hello?
Oh, many thanks indeed.
Oh,
I
wow.
am most embarrassed for you to see me like this.
He talked
I lack
quite
a certain
happily.
Completion. You see, nobody
Say so, yeah, no
knows how to
feet.
polish off the finishing touches. Honestly.
There's no one
we-
alive.
We really have lost the art of good workmanship.
Yeah, maybe.
With whom do I have the honor of speaking? Could you please state your identity?
Articulate clearly.
My name is Kate. Kate Walker.
He has like a full
Allow me to
consciousness.
introduce myself. I am model XZ2000. My common name is Oscar. I represent the technological.
Oh,
zenith
he's
of this
driving the
factory
train.
production. I have been designed to drive a locomotive.
They did say that,
A
didn't
touch
they?
messy, but an essential task.
Have you logged my first and last name?
What in the world?
Perfectly. Kate Walker. Pleased to meet you.
Me too. Model XZ2000.
You call him Oscar.
Please, all my friends call me Oscar. This
It
fact
doesn't hurt, you know.
is such a bore. Could you imagine being called by your passport number?
I suppose not, Mr. Oscar. Sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know where I could find the factory paperwork?
He wouldn't know that, would he?
I cannot reply to this question with precision. Try Anna Vorarlberg's office above the machine floor.
Yeah, well, I found some of it.
When you are complete and totally functional, can you help me gather information about Hans Vorarlberg?
I'm afraid I can't, Kate Walker.
Duty
Duty
calls.
Once I've recovered my feet, I have to see to my post on the train. It's waiting for its engineer.
Oh.
You said you were a train engineer?
Yeah, what
What
train?
train would that be?
Was the train
But, Kate
finished?
Walker, you have not seen the magnificent train waiting at the station?
Not yet, have you?
Where is that train going, Mr.
Siberia.
The train is going far away. Very, very
It's
far
of course
away
going to
indeed.
Siberia.
Are you taking any passengers?
My duty is to drive the train. Above all, to avoid delays. An engineer prides himself
A
on
train without
punctuality.
passengers is hardly a
I will
train.
agree with you though, Kate Walker, that a train without passengers is hardly a train at all.
Well, I mean, it
You
could
haven't
have,
answered my question.
you know,
For details, please consult Anna Vorarlberg.
cargo. Well, Anna Vorarlberg's dead, so that's not
You
going to
are
happen.
a very strange robot.
Automaton, if you please.
Oh, what's the
I'm
difference?
sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
Automatons have an additional soul auxiliary, you understand?
No,
Uh,
not
I
really.
think so. Has it been a long time since you last saw Anna Vorarlberg?
Yeah, how long,
72
roughly?
hours, 32 minutes, and 20
Yeah,
seconds.
she didn't
to
die
be
that long
precise.
ago.
This regrettable absence explains the delay in my production process.
Anna Vorarlberg is dead, Mr. Oscar.
Yeah, she died.
What do you mean by the notion of death?
I mean,
Kate
she will
Walker?
never return. She can't be turned back on.
Disactivated. Worn out. Damaged.
Unrepairable.
Oh, that really is most bothersome. I'd rather counted on finishing my production.
Maybe I can help.
Can I be of use to you?
Why, you certainly can. I absolutely must have my feet. My hands are model XZ2003. My feet are model XZ2005_B. Be
B.
careful. The model XZ2005
So we don't want the A.
_A has evidenced some rather embarrassing performance failures.
So we need to
Bugs?
find...
Automatons do not have bugs, Kate Walker. They simply display functional idiosyncrasies.
They have
I'm
bugs.
sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't know. What do I have to do to get you a pair of feet?
I don't know. Saw
Use
some
the
off
assembly
someone.
line to construct them. You will need a production punch card, on which is recorded my body design data. Here is my own punch card.
Okay.
I'll give it a go.
We'll give it a try then.
Kate Walker.
Don't know if I'm going to be able to do much about it, but there's his punch card. Remember to get him the right feet. No point giving him the wrong
Oscar,
feet.
I am delighted to have met you. See you again soon, I hope.
Yes, Kate Walker.
Okay. So we need to find a way to get his feet. Let's see, what's over here? Looks like that's that container that we moved, isn't it? Can we use this? Here it goes. What's it doing? It's picking up that container by the look of things. That's great, but we're going to need to get... We're going to have to get the production line working, aren't we? Off he goes, over there. So now we need to get the assembly, or the work, whatever, we need to get this working. And it's back. And it shuts itself off back where it started. Good. Right, so we obviously need to get the, because I can see that none of the machines are working. So I guess we've got to get the machines working now. The production line. So that we can build Oscar his hands and feet. Or whatever it is. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. I think I need to go under here. No, it's hands and feet. His hands, he's already got hands. His feet. Can I go somewhere here to... Oh, there we go. Wonder how I turn this on. All these creepy machines just sitting waiting to be switched on. Nothing I can do there. Okay, let's try going up the top then. See if there's a way to get them working up the top. Maybe down there. Doesn't look like there's any kind of mechanisms there though. Oh, we can go this way. Yeah, there's a door. See what that takes us to. Maybe that'll help me get things running. Okay. What do we have here? Got a chain of some kind there to pull. What does that do? What's this? A mechanical rodent? It's a hamster. It's a hamster in a wheel, isn't it? And that water wheel out there is turning. So I guess if we link these two things up, that should get it pumping, right? Let's see. But we probably have further control we need to take somewhere else. Probably up in in Anna's office or something. Oh yeah, because look, nothing's actually doing anything yet. So we obviously need to go somewhere where we can put in those schematics. Okay. We're getting there. The production line is turned on, or at least power is reaching it. Oh yeah, there was like a that system up there, whatever that is, looks like some kind of control panel for something. So let's take a look. Up the stairs. If we can get his feet, I think that's where we'll try and come to an end. Oh yeah, look, there's a slot there that a card could go into. At least I think so. Let's see. That one. Does that one work? Oh. What's this? I think. Oh, it's presumably the colour of him, of his skin, of his body. That looks probably the closest to what I can see. I think. I don't actually know. Let me just check something. I'm sure it's that one. Let's try. Oh. Actually, looking at that, I don't think that's right. Let me just see here. I don't think that's right. I don't think that is either. Let's just check something. Let's just check these feet that it's given us. I might just have a closer look at him. Oh, I didn't want to go in there. Just adding additional time onto what we're doing. How do I get down the stairs? Just I was talking about the controls in the past being okay. You know, they're not. I just want to get Oscar's legs sorted. At that point, I'll be ready to... Right, so where... Ah, feet. I guess the only way to find out is to try them, right? I don't think those are right. They look too dark to me. It's hard to tell. Only one way to find out, I guess. Go give them to Oscar and see what he does. Let's see if he uses them. Let's see. I didn't realise we needed to have like a colour. Like a colour of wood. And looking at him, I'm not sure this is the colour he wants. Let's see.
Here are your feet, Oscar. I hope I haven't made a mistake.
Probably have.
These feet are incorrect,
Oh,
Walker.
they're the wrong color. Alright, fine then. They're the right feet, but they're the wrong color. What does the color matter? Oh, but his feet are going to be a different color from his hat, from his body. He's made of wood. So apparently that was wrong. Oh. That looked like the right color based on looking at him, though. It did. So I guess we need to try again. Do you know what, we could just make feet of every color. That looks different. That's not the same, is it? Like the way that's doing things. That is different. That's a different cutscene. It didn't show all this work before. So maybe that's a good sign. Maybe we've chosen the right colour this time. Oh yeah, that does actually look a lot better now that I look at it. Oh, I was invisible for a moment there. The invisible Kate Walker. Right, let's give him his feet then. Let's get out of here. And then I guess we'll have to jump on the train. Let's see. Let's see if we've made the right choice. Okay, Oscar, I think I've got the right feet for you this time. I didn't bloody pick them up. Back we go. Yeah, I've got your feet, Oscar. I just forgot to put them in my pockets. I'll go and get them for you now. Once we've given Oscar his feet, we'll make that where we finish this video for today. So if you're enjoying things, you've liked what you've seen so far, please feel free to hit that like button and maybe add a subscription too. And the notification bell could be hit so you know when I do the next part, if you want. Or any other videos too. Obviously, as with most people, I've had plenty of time at home just now. So plenty of time to put together a few videos, which means there may be other things between today's and the next one, or the next part of this. Might be a couple of other videos between, but we'll probably look to get back to this, to be honest, tomorrow. Plus, you know, I mean, these are quite long videos, but I feel like a couple of hours isn't too bad for someone to have something running. 5 or 6 hours might be a bit too much. Right, Oscar, this time I've got your feet. I think they're the right colour. If they aren't, I don't know what to tell you.
Here are your feet, Oscar. I hope they fit.
Kate Walker.
I hope they
see you
suck.
managed to produce 2
Sorry, no.
XZ2005_B models.
I did. I mean, the wood doesn't look the same colour at all, but yeah, I did. Maybe it wasn't the colour. Maybe choosing it in a different colour meant it was a different model.
Allow me to express a real feeling of joy, Kate Walker.
They really suit you. Comfy?
Very. You are very kind.
Are they comfy?
Kate Walker. I am sorry to have to leave you.
Where are you going?
The train,
I must
obviously.
find my train. Its departure is imminent.
The train is due to depart. And, well, we'll work on the departure of the train in the next part of Syberia. The PlayStation 2 variety of the game. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope I'll see you next time. Quick save is required. May as well just save over that one. And that, as they say, is that. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, as I say, well, you know what I said. Hit the like button, maybe add a subscription too, and I'll speak to you next time. Goodbye for now.